Hello everyone, Carlson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is April 19th, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Okay, first of all I see these 9s pointing right, and this cell sees 9. These 9s force the digit 9 into this cell in block 7. These 9s point up, and this cell sees 9. And that's all I'm gonna mark for 9s. Okay, these ones point left, and this cell sees another 1. So in block 1, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. And then these ones force the digit 1 into this cell in block 6. This one points down, and this one points left. So that forces the digit 1 into row 9 in block 8. And then these ones point left, and this cell also sees another 1. So the digit 1 goes into this cell in block 7. We also got the ones in one of these two cells in block 5. These 7s point up. This 7 points right, and this 7 points down to force the digit 7 into row 9 in block 9. And then these 7s points left, and this cell also sees another 7. So it is forced into this cell in block 7. These 7s point up to force the digit 7 into this cell in block 1, which eliminates the 7 from this cell, placing it in this cell in block 2. And then these 7s force the digit 7 into this cell in block 3, which then places the final 7 in this puzzle into this cell in block 9. So all 7s are placed, and we can focus on other digits. This 2 points down, and this 2 points right. So that forces the digit 2 into row 7 in block 9. And then these 2s force the digit 2 into one of these two cells in block 8, which forms a 1-2 pair. Because in block 8, the digits 1 and 2 still need to go somewhere in block 8, and these two digits cannot go in these 3 open cells, because these 3 cells see those digits. So that leaves us with only 2 open cells left that are available for both 1 and 2. So 2 digits can only go into these 2 cells, forming a 1-2 pair. That also eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. So we got a 1-2 pair, meaning that the other 3 open cells form a 4-6-8 triple. This cell sees 6, and this cell sees 8. Okay. This 6 points up, so in block 1, the digit 6 is forced into column 3, and then these 6s force the digit 6 into one of these 2 cells in block 4. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this column. In column 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 4, so it's 3, 5, 6. This cell doesn't see any of them. This cell sees 3 and 6, so it can only contain either 4 or 5. This cell sees 3 and 6, so it can only contain either 4 or 5 as well. And there we go. We found a 4-5 pair. Because in column 2, both of these 2 cells can only contain 4 or 5. So 2 digits can only contain, 2 cells can only contain the same 2 digits. So this forms a 4-5 pair and eliminates all 4s and 5s from other open cells in the same column, which means that this cannot be a 5, and this cell also cannot contain 4 or 5. So that makes these 2 cells a 3-6 pair. So, okay, 3-6 pair and a 4-5 pair in this column. In row 9, 4, 5, and 8 are the digits that go into these 3 open cells, but this cell sees 4 and 5. So actually, this cell can only be an 8, making the other 2 open cells a 4-5 pair. Okay, this 4-5 pair means that the other 2 open cells remaining in the same block, a 3-8 pair, 4-5 pair, and a 3-8 pair. Okay. I guess I can mark down some digits that go into the open cells of column 6. In column 6, 2, 4, 5, and 8 are the digits that go into the open cells. The cell sees 2 and 8, so it can only contain 4 or 5. 2, 4, 5, 8, right? And this cell sees 4, so it's 2, 5, 8 only. This cell, I don't think it sees any of them. Okay, in block 6, the digit 8 goes into one of these 2 cells. Ah, I see something. So in column 6, this cell sees 2, and this cell sees the 2 from the 1-2 pair. So the digit 2 can only go into one of these 2 cells for this column, and both of these 2 cells are in block 5. So none of these cells, none of these open cells in block 5 can contain 2, because it is guaranteed that the digit 2 has to go in one of these 2 cells for this column. So that eliminates the 2 from these open cells. So because the digit 2 cannot go into these 2 cells, this cell sees a 2, and this cell also sees another 2. So that means in row 6, this cell is the only available cell for the digit 2 in this row. So it has to go in this cell because it can't go anywhere else in this row. So it must go here. Alright, and these 2's point up, this cell sees 2. These 3 open cells form a 4, 5, 8 triple. This cell sees 4. Okay, after I place this 2, we can look at we can look at row 6 again. Let's look at row 6. This cell sees 8, and this cell also sees 8. And after I place the 2, the 8 of course can no longer go in this cell, so the 8 must go into one of these 2 cells for this row. So because in row 6, both 1 and 8 can only go into one of these 2 cells, and they share these 2 cells. They share the same 2 cells. So this forms a 1-8 pair, meaning that the other 2 open cells are for 4 and 5, but this cell sees 4, so 4 and 5 are placed like this, which points down, places the 4 and 5 in block 7 as well. Okay, yeah, leaving behind a 5-8 pair in block 4. These 5s point up. Okay, this 1-8 pair eliminates the digit 8 from the cell. Let's look at this column again. 2, 4, 5, and 8 are the digits that go into the open cells. We found out that this cell sees 4 and 8, so it can only contain 2 or 5. 2, 4, 5, 8. It sees, I think, 8 only. So it's 2, 4, or 5. Okay, so now in column 6. Oh wait. I was just about to say the 8 has to go in this cell. Which I can place the 8 now. I can place the 8 in this cell because it can no longer go in these 3 cells, so it must go here. But also, it's more direct to say that this cell now sees an 8. Oh wait, this cell sees an 8 from the very beginning already. So this is a 1, this is an 8. Now these 8s point down, so it goes here in block 8. Okay. So there's a 4-6 pair here, meaning that these two cells form a 3-8 pair. Okay, so this cell sees 2 and 4, this cell also sees 2 and 4. So in block 9, these two cells form a 2-4 pair, and the other two cells form a 3-8 pair. No, completely wrong. 3-6 pair. But this cell, yeah, alright. Forgive me, please. Okay, I do apologize. Okay, 2-4 pair makes this the 3-6 pair, but this cell sees the digit 6 from block 8. So actually, this cell cannot contain 6. Otherwise, we won't have any 6s in block 8. And that's not good. So we eliminate the 6 from this cell, making this a 3, and this a 6. And now, in column 7, 3 and 9 go into these two cells, but this cell sees 3. So 3 and 9 go like this. These 9s point up. Okay. These 3 open cells are 4, 2, 6, and 8. Okay. So let's fill in block 5. The digit 2. It can only go into one of these two cells, because this cell can't contain 2. So it must go in one of these two cells for this column, eliminating the 2 from these two cells. So 2 here, 3. These two cells see 3, so 3 goes into one of these two cells. 4s. These two cells see 4, so it must go into one of these two cells. And 5. This cell sees 5, so 5 must go into one of these 3 cells. And now we've found a single. This cell must be a 3 because it cannot be anything else. Let's double check again. This cell, it sees 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So yeah, this cell cannot contain any other digit apart from 3. So the digit 3 must go in this cell, otherwise this cell would end up being empty. And of course, that's bad. Okay, so after I place this 3, column 2 is done. This 6 eliminates the 6 from this cell. So there's a 2, 5, 8 triple in row 4. Gosh, this sounds from outside is disturbing. Hope you don't hear it. Okay. Okay, after I place this one, it points down and makes the cell a 2, which means this is a 1. And now, the digit 2 in block 2 is forced into one of these two cells. Oh, okay, so these 3's point up, and this cell also sees another 3. So in block 2, the digit 3 is forced into this cell. Which then places the 3 into one of these 2 cells in block 1. Oh, this cell sees a 3. So after I place this 3, I could have placed the 8 right here immediately after that. So 8 and 3 like this, which makes this 5 and 8. These 2 cells for column 3 are for 3 and 6, but this cell sees 3, so 6 and 3. And the other 3 open cells in block 1 are for 2, 4, and 5. Okay, there's a 4, 5 pair in row 1 because both of these open cells in row 1 can only contain 4 and 5. So that eliminates 4 and 5 from the other 2 open cells, making them 6 and 9. Okay, this cell is for 4, 5, or 6 for this column. In row 3, we got 2, 4, and 5 to be placed in the open cells. Okay, I'm just kind of confused. Oh, that's 5, sorry. I was just about to say I'm confused as to what I'm missing, but it's just that I missed this 5 again. I just did not follow up after I placed this 5. So this 5 eliminates the 5 from these 2 cells, making this the 5, which makes this the 4 and 2, 6 and 4, and then this 2 points right to make this a 2, 6, and 8, and everything just collapses from now. So I'll make this quick. This is a 6 for this column, which makes this a 9, 6, and yeah, this puzzle is ending in any moment. Whoops. Okay, so I finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in about 18 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, so I think this puzzle was kind of straightforward. It did take me some time to spot the things I needed to see, but I feel like there were less tricky spots in this puzzle. But I think the key spots, some of them were the 1-2 pair in block 8, the 1-2 pair in block 8, and the 1-8 pair. No, 1-2 pair. Wait, yeah, 1-2 pair in block 8, and then the 1-8 pair in row 6. 1-8 pair in row 6. And then probably the digit 2 in column 6 had to go in block 5, so that eliminated all 2's. I mean, eliminated the digit 2 from all other open cells in block 5, so I think that was kind of key. Yeah, and I think that was about it. And towards the end, I was just missing out on the follow-up. So I should have followed up on digits that I recently placed, so that I don't miss out anything that could be placed immediately. And yeah, if you pay attention to those, your solve will definitely be, you'll solve it quicker in a faster time. But you'll get there eventually, so yeah, that's alright. Yeah, so this puzzle was, yeah, alright, it was alright. It shouldn't be too difficult. Even if you struggled, hopefully this video helped. I would say this is quite a straightforward puzzle. Alright, today is April 19th, 2024. See you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!